murderous Demon Deacons, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Demon Deacons will put total leather and we'll get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit. Down there and make the stop at the 19. Complete to start this drive. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try the run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. It's complete to the left. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Grab behind the line. It's Wingo. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And Listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
One final play before the end of the quarter. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Long drive here. Play number 12 coming up for this offense. To the air, it's Manning. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop, but he got the one he needed and plenty more. It's first and goal. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. They'll run it on first and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
Might be changing the route. Sends it back in motion. They're going to throw it on third and goal. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Extending the play. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. Bringing the heat. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
Well, you came into this one thinking it might be a defensive struggle, and how about this unit? How aggressive have they been early in the game? They're just getting after their opponent, and they come away scoring the first points of the game here in the second quarter with a safety.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass, it's Manning. He's looking deep. Makes the grab on the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Brings it down on the right side. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Trying to pound it in. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. On the ground, going for the 1st down with the give to the tight end. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wake.
And finally the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the 1st half. Kudos to their defense keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ballgame.
And with the extra point, they're now down 9-7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll bring it back. And the returner is stopped. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Manning. Trying to get behind the defense. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going to take a shot at this DB. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the 1st half. will start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Vic. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Powers through the defender. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
It's so hard for these DBs to try to match up with this guy one-on-one in the back end. He's just too big, and he's just able to run the corner out-muscle everybody for the football, and haul in the catch.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab, it's Vic. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, they execute the in route, and how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Demon Deacons will have it first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. They'll run the screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing the turnover. Third down coming up.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Complete downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, Demon Deeks! They take the lead with the 6.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
13, Texas, 9.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This should be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Washington. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter play. Wake Forest, 13, Texas, 9.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The inside handoff. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Under fire. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe. In the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. It's in the tight end in motion. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quick pass on the jet motion. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. They'll give it to the back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass, but up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. They did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Manning. He wants a big play here late. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Looking downfield on 1st down, using his legs to buy some time. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Turns it loose. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
All right, so ball's incomplete, and here's the game. This is going to have to be a Hail Mary pass on this last throw. Something has to go into the end zone, because at this point, a field goal doesn't do you any good.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. After the interception, 0 showing on the clock, and that is how we'll end it. What a game. We had a furious fight all the way to the final ticks, and that one is going to be remembered forever.
And I think when you're the #1 team in the country, you're coming in expecting to win. You're the favorites. Everybody's talking about you. You have all the momentum. You're the loved college football team in all of the land.
Welcome to Caesars Superdome, home of the Saints here in New Orleans. As we'll see the #8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway.
Texas.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This defense knew coming into tonight they had to be able to get pressure on the quarterback, and they are wasting no time. They get a sack on the first play of the game.
The quick out. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the Heat will get it home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A low line drive and not his best work. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line.
offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Taking it the other way.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Caught behind the line, it's Anderson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
If you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive line to push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They're throwing for it on 4th down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Makes the catch. Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a 1st and goal.
Man, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Wide out trying to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
On the first quarter, and after 1, we're tied 0-0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Go straight ahead. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He wants to change this route. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to get rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
To the air, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third down, going up top. Fires complete on the crosser. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. And the Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Underneath toast the coverage, got it deep downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Going for 6. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Right on target this time. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Gets the back moving. Back to throw. It's Manning. Snags it. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that? They can come up with plays for you all over the field. We just saw the big third down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So a drive there of 85 yards. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Texas.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it just in time. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is.
Texas 7, LSU 3.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Under fire. That's caught. It's Wingo. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running.
First down.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The receiver is incomplete. It's now 3rd down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Not only did they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now...
Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will give them the lead. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7.
LSU 10, Texas 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Back to throw, it's Manning. Fired in there, but incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
This time it's complete. And he'll have to check his fillings after that leg, but he did get the first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This tight end's a weapon because he can give you yak after the catch. You see him break that tackle? That was pretty impressive, showing off his athleticism.
Wants to throw on first down. Floats it out in space. Oh, my. Circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the gun, he leads it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Second down.